Okay, well, I cut a few sections of my 3" by 3/8 angle to use as a platform, and ran over to my brother's over the weekend and got some 1.5" by 8, it looks like, angle for doing the top platform for the TIG welder. I still got a lot of figuring out what I'm going to do with that thing, or how to do it, but I also got to figure out what to use for wheels, casters, whatever. And I'm going to cut little plates to go in this frame to support the welders, but it's just a quick update so you can see where I'm at right now. Okay, so what I've done is I cut the 1.5", I think, angle iron to size. I actually measured the outside down here at the frame because I know this one's not too bad, but the two back ones sort of pulled in when I welded them to the angle iron, so I'm going to force them back apart. But anyway, this angle iron is upside down from how I'm going to weld it. I finally found a use for that little handle thingy. That's more or less what I'm going to use to tug the cart around, maybe, I think. If not, it'll be a convenient place to hang the TIG torch. Angles will be sort of like that, but on the bottom, more or less, well, you can't even see them. But anyway, they will be upright, just welded to the bottom. Sort of, that's upside down, more or less. And this is just a quick let you see what sort of insanity, and that I'm going to cut to fit. But let me see if I can pull back a little bit. Oh, got too much stuff in my shop, hard to walk around. Anyway, that's well, that's it. Before I forget, I got those hanging out about 9 inches, and with the legs of the frame inside, that is about, let's see, that's about 14 inches. So, and this little bottle of argon, I believe, is approximately, let me see, it's, I don't know how, if you can see that at all, but it's approximately 7 inches in diameter. So I'm making it wide enough to where I can mount 2 bottles side by side, one for the TIG and one for the MIG. And I'll probably put a platform on top of the angle iron rather than having the bottle sit down in it. And for the back, I figured I'd make a little brace with 2 3.5 inch radius cutouts so the bottles can sit side by side, and I can chain them to the cart and everything will be secure. Anyway, there it is. Well, I got the right side tacked up, and I'm fixing to tack up the left side of it, or maybe it's the right side, I don't know. Anyway, but what I did is I notched this edge so that it still has the support underneath there, and I'll weld that up, hopefully. And hopefully this will all be square, although that doesn't look too square at the moment. Oh well, I'll play with it. Well, I've got the top frame tacked together and sort of set in place. You see, I've got this leg sort of lined up, and that one's sort of. But zoom up to the front, you can see how far the rear legs actually bent in. The front one doesn't look, well, it's probably been a little bit, but those two back ones really pulled to the front when I welded it in, so I may have to heat them up and pull them back a little bit before I actually weld everything together. Put some stress on it, you know. Well, threw it back up on the table. I've got the top platform tacked up, which was lots of fun, let me tell you, pulling all of those legs into position. Just let me grab my tape measure. So you can see I've got about, I'll call that 2.5 to the end of the square tube here. Damn, that light's bad. 2.5 to the end of the square tube. Can't really see it, but okay, let's say, there we go. Let's say approximately 2 3/4 to the outside of the angle iron. Shadows ain't helping. Anyway, it's about as square as I'm gonna get it for right now. I did, I'll be making some panels to go inside these frames to hold the welders. Not sure what I'll be making those out of quite yet, but that's where it's at.